First award we're going to present is one of those board award winners that Joe mentioned. This one is the Silver Heart Award, and it's presented for work showing an extraordinary dedication to amplifying unheard voices and sharing stories from marginalized communities. This year, the Silver Heart Award is given to Paula Lehman-Ewing. She was given the task of revitalizing a defunct publication that now supports the voices and includes the leadership of formerly incarcerated people in the movement to restore the human and civil rights of people impacted by the prison industrial complex. The All of Us or None newspaper is now sent into every prison in California and more than 160 prison yards all over the country. Congratulations, Paula. Please share a few words.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you to the board for this award and for continuing to highlight the voices of incarcerated individuals through your support of publications like All of Us or None and the San Quentin News. I also want to thank Dorsey Nunn, Hamdia Cooks Abdullah, and everyone at Legal Services for Prisoners with Children and All of Us or None for entrusting me with this important publication, and for Troy for continuing to make it wonderful. Thank you to editors who volunteered their time and read drafts, offered feedback. I want to thank my family and particularly my husband, James, who read every proof and dealt with a toddler in quarantine when I was running behind on deadline, which was pretty much all the time. So my whole life, I've loved telling stories. I'm thankful I've gotten somewhat good at it, and blessed that I've been able to make a career out of it. But I find truly humbling is when people have the courage to tell their own stories, when they lay bare their traumas and vulnerabilities, and trust that we will be a conduit for their voices, not that we will speak for them or drown them out with rhetoric. So this award is for the incarcerated men and women who trusted me with their stories, in hopes that the society that has locked them away may someday be more equitable. I am endlessly in awe of their unfailing ability to find strength, courage, resilience, and even sometimes humor, in spite of a system meant to break them down. I don't like speaking on behalf of directly impacted individuals. So when I found out that I had to make a speech, I reached out to some of my collaborators. Reggie Thorpe in San Quentin asked that I thank you for listening and receiving him, for allowing him to participate in important public discourse through your reception of publications like All of Us or None, which he's a contributor to. Ivan Kilgore, who's incarcerated at Solano State Prison, and actually started his own nonprofit during his incarceration, asked that you search for stories outside of prisons with media programs. There's so much talent and creativity locked up here and all over America in the age of mass incarceration. So I encourage you, my fellow journalists, to reach out, to find these stories, to include them in how you cover policies, in events, and how they impact any one community's lived experience. Let them speak for themselves. Don't shout over them or use them as props. Those are the stories that matter. We're simply lucky enough to be able to tell them. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, Paula. Really appreciate your work and the people who you accept that award on behalf of.